Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Examiner of this examination. Good morning Pak Ferdinand as the head of examiner. Good morning Bu Diah Cahaya Iman. Good morning Bu Seswita as the examiner. In this time, I'm Viola Calosa, student of English Department, Faculty of Humanity of Universitas Andalas. I would like to thank the examiner who have given me an opportunity to present about my thesis revision. With the title is Ambiguity Characterization in Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre and Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights. Chapter 1 is the one that I revised is background of the research. I add topic and reason. For the topic is ambiguity characterization in Charlotte Bronte, Jane Eyre, and Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights. For the reason, I choose this topic as my research because I am interested in the character because they are complex character. And for the next one is research. I revise research question into first, how does the novel represent binary opposition, and the next one is what kind of binary opposition are used to construct ambiguity in the character. Next one is for chapter 2. I revised the theoretical framework. For the approach, I use objective approach. And for grand theory, I use new criticism. And for the concept, I use ambiguity from William Emerson, and binary opposition from Claude Levi-Strauss. And for the chapter 3, I revised all of them into preliminary analysis of Wuthering Heights, Emily Bronte, and Jane Eyre, Charlotte Bronte. First is point of view. In Wuthering Heights, the writer used the first person point of view as narrator, and the second one is for Jane Eyre. Use first person point of view as a center. This one is Jane Eyre. And the next element is setting. Setting divided into two. First, setting of place, and second one is setting of time. For the setting of place, in Jane Eyre there are 5 places that took as a setting. First, Gateshead Hall. Second one is Louth High School, and next one is Thornfield Hall. For Morehouse, and second one is Ferndean. And in Wuthering Heights, there just 2 setting of place. First Wuthering Heights, and second one is Truscross Green. And the setting of time, Wuthering Heights take time between 1970 until 19s, and for Jane Eyre in the early to mid 19th century. The next one is plot. The plot in Wuthering Heights is flashback plot because there are several chapters that tell about the past. Meanwhile, in Jane Eyre, it uses a progressive plot because the plot is just go forward without flashback. And the next one is theme. For Wuthering Heights, theme is revenge, especially Heathcliff revenge. And for Jane Eyre, the The theme is love and moral integrity. And the next one is chapter 5, analysis of ambiguity within the character using binary opposition in Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights and Charlotte Bronte, Jane Eyre. 4.41 is ambiguity within the character. There are two ways the writer tell about the character in this novel. First is using inner thought and monologue of the character, and the second one is using contradictory behavior. Okay, the next one is binary opposition to construct ambiguity in the character. In this subchapter, I choose 4 main character to analysis and 3 by binary opposition. First one is rational and irrational. The second one is strong and weak, and the last one is obedient and disobedient. We start from Heathcliff. For rational and irrational characterization in Heathcliff is he planning revenge in a structured way, but the reason of his revenge is driven by deep emotion. And the next one is Catherine. For rational and irrational, Catherine is rational in her social decision, but her emotion point in the opposite direction. The next one is Jane Eyre. For rational, she making a logical decision to leave Edgar when she know that Edgar already have a legal wife. And for the irrational, after she leave Edgar, she still love him. And the next one is Edward Rochester. For rational, Edward Rochester is a powerful man, but for irrational, he is also overly emotional. When Jane left him. And for the second binary opposition is strong and weak. First, in Heathcliff, he physically strong but mentally weak. It can be seen when he came back to Wuthering Heights after disappear for 3 years. He became a different person, both physically and social. He became adult athletic man physically, and be a gentleman from upper class. And when he back to Wuthering Heights, he already be a rich person. But when he meet with Catherine, he's mentally getting weak because he still love her that much. And then the next one is Catherine. For a strong, she can control everybody around her, but she cannot choose what she wants. The example is she can make everybody love her, but in the end she cannot choose what she wants because of the social norm. That's why she chose to marry Edgar Linton because for a secure life. Because at the time Heathcliff just a orphan boy that came from a lower class, so it can be if they be together, they will not, maybe they will not have a good life because of the wealth that Heathcliff didn't have. So the next one is Jane Eyre. For strong, she has ability to maintain her moral integrity and independence amid various social and economic pressure. She has, but for irrational, she has vulnerability to social isolation and her emotional dependence on authority figure, especially Edward Rochester. And the next one is Edward Rochester. For strong characterization, he has ability to control narrative and emotionally manipulate Jane, but for irrational, he keep a secret from anyone that he already married and have a crazy wife. For next binary position is obedient and disobedient. First, Heathcliff showed an obedient attitude toward the social order and power structure that oppressed him. But for the disobedient, after came back, he against the social norm that oppressed him at the past. The next one is Catherine. She obedient to social norm but still wanting to be with Heathcliff. Meanwhile, be with Heathcliff is obedient because it against norm, because they came from another class, so they cannot be together based on social norm. And the next one is Jane Eyre. For obedient, her professional dedication as a governess and acceptance of hierarchy social order that placed her in a subordinate position. And for disobedient, she also again class hierarchy to get her right and freedom in her life. And last one is Edward Rochester. He maintained his position as an aristocrat gentleman, fulfill his social obligation, but he also against norms through do a bigamy because he want to marry Jane Eyre. Okay, the next one is conclusion. Chapter 5, conclusion. So in Jane Eyre, Jane and Edward Rochester demonstrate the shifting position between binary poles. Jane, who is seen as socially weak, shows moral strength and independence, while Rochester, who is strong in status, shows an emotionally fragile side. Meanwhile, in Wuthering Heights, Heathcliff and Catherine display complex, ambiguous characters. Heathcliff appears strong, but his actions are based on his inner wound and unstable emotion. For Catherine, she's irrational in her social decision by marrying with Edgar, but her emotion point in the opposite direction when she still in love with Heathcliff when she already married with Edgar Linton. Both characters experience inner conflict that show the ambiguity of the meaning of rational, irrational, strong, weak, obedient, and disobedient binary position. For the most ambiguous character in this research is Heathcliff, because several reasons. The first is Heathcliff's origin are very mysterious. In the novel, she only the reader only know that he took from Liverpool by Mr. Earnshaw and live in Wuthering Heights. And the second one is he undergoes a very extreme character transformation from a lower class man into an upper class man. Yeah, and also he changed extremely in physically. And the last reason is Heathcliff never really explained himself. Like along the story, it just only Nelly as a narrator give us the information about Heathcliff. So that's why nobody knows what Heathcliff really won with their revenge. Okay, I think that's all for my presentation for this time. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.